Hello guys, it's a girl Cathie Michaels, and today we're going to be doing something we've been working on for the past 2 to 3 days. I've been talking about book series that we're studying, and today, like we all know already, we're talking about what Queen Esther knew. Have you gotten yours? Okay, so we're diving straight into chapter 1. I'll be doing this review probably chapter by chapter, or I do chapter 1 then I end with the ending. It has 9 chapters. So I'm going to chapter 1. First off, we're going to have a background check. We know of Queen Esther. She came in due to King Ahasuerus and Vashti. They had issues. So we're going to make it look so natural, like our Nigerian story. So the guy had issues with the queen. The queen was like, I'm me, big girl. How you gonna come in like that? You know, how will you come in like that into your group? And people that be looking at me, am I one of your slaves or something? You want to show me up just like that? Don't you know who I am? I'm a big girl. And when the guy asked her to come in after jubilating, and obviously it was already high, a lot of dignitaries were around, and she was like, no, please, I'm with my girls too, because she was having a party. You know that parole now, Mama Yawo, she's doing a lot of things outside, and someone just telling her that somebody's calling. You'll be like, oh wait, I'm still, they're spraying me. So possibly they were spraying her money, you know. So, and she was like, people should wait, tell the king I'm coming. And she didn't come at the time she was supposed to come. And fast forward to 1 year later, though the king was angry, like our regular Nollywood, the king was angry, and since she didn't come, they banished her and stuff like that. So guys, 1 year later, the king had an issue, and it was like, okay, not like 1 year later anyway, they had to bring in the girls for a year to prepare for the king. So it's more like preparing yourself for 1 year so you're going to meet the king. Guys, 1 whole year for beauty pageants. A particular time they had to eat all the fruits, and the particular that they take wine, you know, all those kind of preparations. So they had to do a lot of that, just like our regular histories going on around us, or things going on around us. If I'm going for a party, it takes me a whole lot of time to get prepared, you understand? So they had to prepare all the queens. And around that time, Esther went in just like every other person, but then she was reluctant. I was thinking, king won't use me. She wasn't as excited as we would want to do. You know, there's a king, or was a king, because he's late now, who had over 10 wives. So we heard. You know, so this king wants a lot of people to parade, that's young beautiful ladies to parade, so that he will be able to choose one person that will be the queen. Since queen don't vex go, so we need a new queen who's going to fit the perfect description of a queen for our king. Do you get? So in this book, that's the background. They've not entered very well. So in this book, we're meant to understand that Esther reluctantly, I don't think I saw that in the Bible, but Esther reluctantly, just like every other person, was like, okay, let me just go, let's see what's going to happen. And boom, she went in with other girls. 400 people plus other locals or other maidens, you know, for the next 1 year. So they're going to learn for the next 1 year to be their best and to present themselves to the king. If not me, I will go carry my Brazilian wig. Okay, so they had to do that. So one thing that stood out in this chapter 1, the chapter 1 says, ascending to power, making a royal first impression. Hey, that was what we came out. That's chapter 1, ascending to power, making a royal first impression. First impressions, like we know, might be the whole thing, or the only moments you might have with someone. What you do with your first time of meeting someone determines what the next meetings will be like. We don't have the opportunity to make second to third or fourth impressions to make people like us, especially when we've done something wrong on the first day. So mostly, what people are advised to do is to prepare so well to make a perfect first impression. And it said that there's this 4-minute rule. You have 4 minutes to discuss about yourself. Oh my, like right now, let's assume I have 4 minutes. Even if 4 minutes is much, but you're going to make use of it enough to make that first impression. In that first impression, you talk about your name, what you do, what you stand for, your skills, and how you live your life, possibly, and how it will affect that person at that point. So I'm meeting let's look for someone now. Okay, so I'm meeting Dangote for the first time. I'm like, oh, my name is Catherine Okon. I'm a serial entrepreneur, but I do a lot of things with sales. I can sell your products to a couple of 100 people, probably 100 or 200, and in less than a month we'll be making like probably 1 million or 2 million or 3 million as revenue and all of that. I'm approachable, I'm motivated, I'm a people person, and you won't have any problems putting me in your M of affairs, because I'm going to bring those big deals to you. I've already told him all I can do, and if he's going to give me the job right there, I'm going to get the job. Do you understand? So you have to make a very good first impression to be able to make someone trust you enough to let that conversation go above the elbow. So if I'm coming to you, I'm shaking you, and you're like, okay, let me not argue this person. Okay, now let me take you to the table. Okay, now, so what's your name? So now what do you do? Okay, so how do we meet? So it goes beyond the handshake. But if you don't make a good first impression, nobody's gonna call you baby girl. So let's go on. So Esther has the opportunity, or had that opportunity, to make a first impression, just like every other girl. It now got to a point where they had to tell them, okay, start coming in, okay, everybody start presenting yourself. So everybody was basically doing the same thing because they were following one particular order. But you see, someone stepped in for Esther, and that's who we call a guy. A guy stepped in for Esther. A guy taught Esther something else. See, guy, not doing like this. So babes, when you enter inside, do your body like this, shake like this, wink like this, waka like this, do your neck like this, hand gestures, body movement, do it like this. You should teach Esther another style. Do you understand? To make a first impression, and that was what we do. But how do we make first impressions? How do you ascend to power? With your first impression, or with your royal first impression, or with your executive first impression. And one of the things we're made to understand is, first of all, you need to learn palace protocol. In every place there are protocols. You go to church, there's a way or manner of living there. You go to the office, and all corporate entities have their different corporate culture. So you go to this office, this is their culture. You go to that office, this is the way. Some people, they do birthdays every day, like my former workplace. Papers who celebrate every staff. It doesn't matter who you are, we celebrate every staff, from the gate man to the security guard to the tailor. Everybody is being celebrated. So that's our own company culture. So some company cultures, they don't have anything to do with your family life. They don't want to know, just work and go. So they taught Esther how to understand royal protocol or palace protocol. They made her to understand how to bow like a queen, how to talk, how to smile, how to wave. When you're going for a pageant, there's a way you walk, and people be like, oh, that girl sabi. Not like you're just strolling. There's a manner of approach in every category of life. So you can't win the game if you don't understand or know the rules. So you need to know the rules of that place you want to go and key into. If you're getting a job, you need to know the rules that's applicable in that company. Or if you happen to know the manager, you'll be like, what did that manager they like? What perfume does he wear? What kind of shirt does he like to wear, and stuff like that. So you need to know what that person is doing, or what that company is doing, to be able to win their aspects and stuff like that. And the other thing is, she had Esther, Agai, so Agai taught her a lot of things. Another thing is, you need to know is, you need to dress to take over the throne. You don't just dress blah blah blah. They gave Esther outfits that are going to make her stand out, so she was able to dress to take over the throne. So when you're going for places that this place, when I get there, my story or my life will change, don't dress regular. So guys, so what we're talking about today is for you to understand that dressing for the job you want, not the job you have, can enhance your status. You need to not, now like this I sabi to dress. No, you need to dress like the place you are going to. I remember when I was trying to get my job at Payport, my sister then, that was Irene, she had to call me specially to tell me, my sister, these are the dress there, or this is a corporate outfit, wear something smart, wear something bright, wear something colorful, because I'm going to a digital space. My boss is a tech e-commerce guy and all of that, so that is the space. They dress very sharp, very classy, very colorful. The clothes are, you have to always be on point and smell on point. So I had to get my perfume, I had to get my blazers, then affordable one. I had to just rush down to Yaba that day, get something very simple but would make it work for me at that point. So I looked the role I was applying for on that first day of my job. So you have to Dress for the job that you want, not this is how I know and this is how I must dress. No, you don't go to a company right now tying scarf, that's off already. So we are going back again now to how to give first impression. Now this is the third point, and the third point is to carry yourself like a queen. Esther learned all of this because she had an egg eye. You need to have somebody who is going to mentor you into being your full self as a queen. Esther stepped in, she took over the space. When she got into that place, she looked around, she smiled, she walked in like she owned the place. Some people would just walk into a place and be looking for where to hide. You get to a party and be like, guy, cheat, make a sharply sit down. Sharply sit down as what? Walk in and own the place. Whether when it's a party, or when you go for a job, or when you go for a presentation, own it, own your space, own what you came there for. Don't go in and looking like you're already defeated. How do you want to now convince somebody that your project or your presentation is going to make sense when you're already looking like you're already defeated already, and then they ask you to do the presentation, you are saying actually no, baby girl, you don't do that. You need to always be a queen. So you carry yourself like a queen. Go in there and be like, oh, my name is Catherine ZYZ. I'm here to present to you what I call royal impression, for instance, and be sure that at the end of this presentation you're gonna know why you have to do. Just let them know already that oh my, you go out to this baby. Don't go in looking like, do you understand, babes? Okay, so another point, and that's the fourth one, is to make a good entrance. Okay, I actually said that while talking about feeling like a queen. So you make a good entrance. Let them feel your presence, and don't waste time there. Don't get there and it's when you've entered the hall of the event, you now start packing your hair, adjusting your earring. You already did that outside. So come in prepared. Don't be doing, where's my handkerchief? Let me quickly clean my face, and your boss is right there looking at you. So you need to make a very good entrance. Do you understand? And now you also have to establish a royal presence. Don't go in like a defeated lady or somebody who is confused. Make a royal presence. Let them know that someone just stepped in. The way you talk, the way you look at them, the way you make eye contact, the way you make word contact, the way you speak, also make a real presence. And you can do all this by walking the walk, the way you walk, the way you talk. Let your talk match what you came there to say. Do you understand? And you need to plan ahead. You don't make a real presence by doubting yourself or by doing last minute impromptu conversations. Like I heard, impromptu talks might have come out of prepared mind. Probably you've studied somewhere and someone just told you, okay, talk about so and so on. Possibly you've read about that thing, you'll be able to deliver. Do you understand? And the last but not the least is to actually have this credibility quotient. Credibility quotient. Let me say it the way it's said here. Esther had credibility. Something about her made the king realize that she was honest, trustworthy, and deserving of the crown he bestowed upon her. Let people know that you are credible for the job, credible for the things you are applying for, credible for the probably prayer, function that you need to do. Give that credibility ambience around you, or aura, or halo, just give something to let people believe in you that yes, this person can do the job. Don't just say it, let it be around, let people feel it even without you talking, that this girl knows what she's doing and she can deliver. Esther carried that ambience. Baby girl, where is that credibility? And don't just say Queen Amor. A Queen Amor doesn't mean that you are dressing shabbily, then or all of a sudden you begin to dress well. No. A Queen Amor goes far beyond that. It's not just about the music. It's about your personality. It's about the way you carry yourself. It's about the way you present yourself. It's about the way you talk to people. It's about the way you give handshake. It's about elegance. Do you understand? And you have to be credible. You know when people say this person has IQ, incredible intelligent quotient is I. Let your CI also, or CQ, be I too. Let people be able to trust you. Let them be able to know that they can leave a job for you. You are reliable, and let that thing let it resonate around you, not just you just coming to say, do you know that I can do this, I can no. Let them be able to, even from your composure, be able to know that yes, this baby girl can deliver. So by girls, you people should not just hear my story or my summary, because it's a long story, I guess. as you can see, is a long summary of chapter 1, because these chapters are they are detailed. They are detailed, baby girls. So you need to, if you can't get the book, listen to me. Listen to me. You need to show up like a queen, dress like a queen. Let them know you know what you're doing. Let them know that you are trustworthy and you are capable for the job. Everywhere you're going to, you want to meet your boss, you want to meet Tinubu, you want to meet Buhari, you want to meet any credible person. Even when you're praying to God, you want to go to church on Sunday. Dress like a queen. You'll be addressed as such. It's a girl, Cathie Michaels. It's a girl, Cathie Michaels, a favorite serial entrepreneur. Do you know that I'm also a content creator? I'm also a business analyst. I can actually move your business from 0 to 100 in like 1, 2, 3. Like you say 1, 2, 3 and your business is boom. With your visibility, with your awareness, with your sales, with how your staff will relate with you and relate to customers. I can help you move that from that 0 to 100. Just contact me after this video and I'm going to do justice to that. Thank you so much for listening to me. It's your girl, Catherine Okon.